Today our topic is how to stay strong during hard times. Stoic wisdom. Life is not always easy. Everyone faces challenges, pain, and moments when they feel like giving up. But the way we handle these hard times defines who we are. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, teaches us how to stay strong, calm, and focused even when life feels overwhelming. Stoic wisdom is not about avoiding problems or pretending everything is perfect. It is about accepting reality, controlling what we can, and letting go of what we cannot control. Let's explore some key ideas from Stoicism that can help us stay strong during difficult times. First, Stoics believe that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we react. Imagine you are stuck in a traffic jam. You cannot make the cars move faster, but you can choose how to respond. You can get angry, honk your horn, and feel stressed. Or you can accept the situation, stay calm, and use the time to listen to music or think. This is the Stoic idea of focusing on what is within your control. When hard times come, ask yourself, what can I control? Your thoughts, your actions, and your attitude are always within your control. Everything else, other people's opinions, the weather, the past, is outside your control. By focusing on what you can control, you save energy and feel more powerful. Second, Stoics teach us to accept reality as it is. This does not mean we should give up or stop trying to improve our lives. It means we should stop fighting against things we cannot change. For example, if you lose your job, you can spend days feeling angry and blaming others, or you can accept the situation and start looking for new opportunities. Acceptance does not mean you like what happened. It means you stop wasting energy on resistance and start focusing on solutions. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When you accept reality, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering and open the door to growth. Third, Stoicism teaches us to prepare for challenges. Life is unpredictable, and hard times will come. Instead of being surprised or overwhelmed, we can prepare ourselves mentally. The Stoics practice something called premeditatio malorum, which means imagining worst-case scenarios. This does not mean being negative or pessimistic. It means thinking about what could go wrong and planning how you would handle it. For example, if you imagine losing a loved one, it might help you appreciate them more while they are here. If you imagine losing your job, you might start saving money or learning new skills. By preparing for challenges, you reduce fear and build resilience. Fourth, Stoics encourage us to focus on the present moment. Often our suffering comes from worrying about the future or regretting the past. But the only moment we truly have is now. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realizes this, and you will find strength. When you focus on the present, you can take action instead of feeling stuck. For example, if you are worried about a big exam, focus on studying today instead of imagining failure. If you are grieving a loss, focus on the good memories and the people who are still with you. The present moment is where life happens, and it is where you can make a difference. Fifth, Stoicism teaches us to find meaning in suffering. Hard times are painful, but they can also teach us important lessons. When we face challenges, we learn about our strengths, our values, and what really matters in life. The Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Think about a time when you went through a tough situation. Did you come out stronger? Did you learn something about yourself? Suffering is part of life, but it does not have to destroy us. It can make us wiser, more compassionate, and more resilient. Sixth, Stoics remind us to practice gratitude. Even in hard times, there are things to be thankful for. Maybe you have a friend who supports you, a roof over your head, or the ability to learn and grow. Gratitude helps us see the good in life, even when things feel dark. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, you feel more content and less overwhelmed by problems. Seventh, Stoicism teaches us to detach from external things. Many of us feel unhappy because we are attached to things we cannot control, like money, fame, or other people's opinions. Stoics believe that true happiness comes from within. It comes from living with virtue, wisdom, and inner peace. The Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." When you stop depending on external things for happiness, you become freer and stronger. You realize that you already have everything you need inside you. Eighth, Stoics encourage us to take responsibility for our lives. It is easy to blame others or circumstances for our problems, but this only makes us feel powerless. Stoicism teaches us to take ownership of our choices and actions. Even if something bad happens, we can choose how to respond. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." When you take responsibility, you feel more in control and more capable of overcoming challenges. Ninth, Stoicism reminds us that we are part of something bigger. We are not alone in this world. We are connected to other people, to nature, and to the universe. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "What is bad for the hive is bad for the bee." When we care about others and contribute to the world, we find purpose and meaning. Even in hard times, we can find strength by helping others or by remembering that we are part of a larger whole. Finally, Stoicism teaches us to keep going no matter what. Life will always have ups and downs, but we can choose to keep moving forward. The Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "Sometimes even to live is an act of courage." When you feel like giving up, remember that every small step counts. You do not have to be perfect or solve all your problems at once. Just take one step at a time, and you will get through it. In conclusion, Stoic wisdom offers us powerful tools for staying strong during hard times. By focusing on what we can control, accepting reality, preparing for challenges, living in the present, finding meaning in suffering, practicing gratitude, detaching from external things, taking responsibility, connecting with others, and keeping going, we can face life's difficulties with courage and calm. Remember, hard times do not last forever. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow and become stronger. As the Stoics believed, the obstacles in our path can become the way forward. So, when life gets tough, take a deep breath, remember these lessons, and keep moving forward. You are stronger than you think.